When it comes to the transformation of EVs and getting EVs on the road, what are the obstacles that have to be overcome?
Well, there's a number of different aspects for electric vehicles in the whole ecosystem. And of course, a lot of people, look at what does it mean to charge these vehicles? What is the range? Making sure, it can meet a variety of needs. And, the fun thing for us is trying to bust some of the broader myths, I think, that are out there about EVs and some of the skepticism, which, as you get more people into these vehicles and they start to understand more how it can affect them personally, it starts to demystify some of these things like, what if I don't have enough range, or what if I can't charge? And I'm not saying that there aren't, things that we still have to overcome. But I think it's going to get a lot easier as more people get into these vehicles and realize, it's not about a gas station on every corner. There's a plug in every home. There's, plugs at work. There's plugs at retail outlets. Yes, we have to look at, specialized solutions for commercial and retail. But that's the beauty of our strategy and what we're doing right now with Lightning and the Transit franchise and our Ford Pro business is crafting those unique solutions for all these customers. And again, the demand has been overwhelming. So yes, there's obstacles, but I think with the right policies, which we're on our way to implementing, we're going to see these things start to come together the way that we need them to.
What other policies do you need to focus on?
Well, when you look at what's recently passed in the last couple of years with the Transportation Infrastructure Bill and then most recently with the Inflation Reduction Act, it is starting to look at this more holistically. Obviously, we do need improvements in our infrastructure, public charging stations. Ford has one of the largest public charging networks available now to our customers, well over 70,000 plugs. But look, there's more that's going to be needed, and the infrastructure bill is going to help with that. We do need, targeted incentives for the vehicles, as well as for the design and development of the technology itself, so that we're doing it in this country, that we're competitive, but that we also diversify things like our supply base. So, we're excited about some of the things that have been done. Yes, there's more that needs to be done. But, a lot of, in the past, the challenge with this whole equation has been somewhat chicken and egg. Well, we can't do vehicles until we have infrastructure, and we're not going to do infrastructure until we have vehicles. But I think the main difference and why we're over this tipping point now is these vehicles are providing the full solution. It's not just the zero emissions. It is the performance and the capability. And the other key thing that I think people are going to appreciate even more and more is these are all digitally connected products. And the suite of software services that can be offered and the draw to these vehicles is going to reach a whole range of customers that may never even consider whether or not it's a zero emissions vehicle. But because of the capability and all these other services it can provide is going to draw them in. So I think that's what's making the difference. And so now as an auto industry or as Ford, we're going to lead that discussion on what it takes to complete the whole cycle and the policies and everything else that has to be done.